Welcome back to you for another yummy update, my friends. Bitcoin is still hanging around this $85,000 to $86,000 price zone. Okay, at least the monthly candle is now done. We're done with the monthly candle. If you remember, in 2021, we had 6 red monthly candles. Okay, in 2017, we only had 3. Okay, and before that, it was 3 as well in 2013. So we've already had 1 this year. I don't know how the year's going to play out. No one really does know. But if it's a 2017 kind of repeat, I'm hoping that it's more towards the 2 or the 3 mark. It won't be towards the 2, probably towards the 3. So let's just see how it goes. Now, you know, generally, when you go through periods like this, friends, everyone's always worried about a retest, okay? This is what the 4-hour chart looks like. Could we come back down and definitively close the gap? Sure. There can always be another stab out here. I like the look of this. Right? I hope we just do some nice V reversal when we go back up, and then we got to battle through March. Marchibu, though, has a blood moon in the 14, man. I hope it's nothing big or serious. We'll see. Now, some updates. You want to know what's going on, friends? So I've got more videos coming out for you later on. I've been thinking about helping PulseChain marketing strategy and just different approaches out here, just like general communicative stuff out here. Now, here's the thing, friends. Like, you know, Chainlink, Bitcoin, Ethereum, friends, I have all of them. I like all of them. It's just that no one listens to us. No one cares. Like, they're so big. There's organizations. Like, no one Bitcoin's listening to us. You know what I mean? And you can't affect the price. It's too big. What about Ethereum? Same thing. Same thing, right? And then even with Chainlink, they have the big funds and institutions and everyone out here. But with PulseChain, it's so deep value contrarian, it's small. Our voices actually matter. So we can impact stuff. That's the best part about crypto. The best part about crypto, friends, you can catch friends with your Pokeball. You got a starting line of 6, and you can actually impact stuff. And the return is huge. You change the odds. That's why the game's the greatest, friends. We're literally mogging all the non-believers. If you and your friends can become believers, you smash it out of the park. Because this is literally a game, friends. Like, you can't, if you go to a blackjack table, you can't change the odds. If you're throwing dice, you can't change the odds, right? Oh, there's 1 in 6 chance that I'm going to roll a 3 or whatever. Okay, but in crypto, you can actually impact the odds. That's the best part about it. One of the parts will impact the odds is I now have a PulseChain logo on my Twitter username. So I'm just showing you, friends, like, whatever, if, like, here's what I would see, okay? Let's say I was watching one dude, me. Let's say the stuff I think he's worth was, let's say I think, okay, if you like a coin, this coin should be 100 million market cap, just for example, okay? If he then showed me what I'm about to show you, you now increase it by 4x. Why? Because the PulseChain logo, when you get a verified org badge, so Matty Allen gave it to me. I think that costs, friends, some companies, they're paying like $10,000 a month for this. Costs 10 grand a month to have it. You get a permanent 2x boost to your views, engagement. Okay. Now, initially, I was invited this for the first time, if I remember. I can't remember specifically, but I didn't take it because there was a lot of controversy at the start. When in terms of if you have the badges, there was this maxi vibe, and I didn't want to just be thrown in there. I'm like, you know what? You guys do the maxi stuff. I'm just gonna keep doing my thing, right? And because I don't want to be really like, I don't want, the last thing I want, friends, is like, look. Like, we have something for everyone here. I'm just trying to help people. I don't want them to think like, okay, this guy's just a maxi of one thing, because everyone wants to put you in a box, right? But you know me, like, I always have the Bitcoin and Ethereum logos. I love Bitcoin and Ethereum. But yeah, obviously I do things very differently, friends, because words out of your mouth don't really impact the fundamentals of anything out here. But thanks to Matty out here, now I have this logo. I'm going to try it out here. I'm going to try it. I'm not going to be maxi, man. I'll talk about other chains. If there's other seasons, other stuff happens, and there's value, I don't care. I'm literally going to talk about it. It might be controversial, but honestly, I don't give a crap. But here's the thing. After the controversy of the badge, Richard Hart drops his big fat bomb on everyone. He launches pump tires. He makes JPEG tickers. You know what I mean? So everyone was like, oh, what's happening here? You know, so those are the vibes that change. But what I'm showing you is, remember, from Metcalfe's law, right? If you're getting 2x user base, you get 4x market cap. So that's just showing you that every bit counts out here. None of my content's going to change. When new people come into crypto, they don't even care about preconceived notions and PTSD from the past. They don't give a shit, friends. I know, look, when coins are going up, man, they don't care, friends. You know, Ansoy Many coins he shielded after Dog with Hat went literally straight rug. Straight rug. But his audience didn't care because Solana was going up. They literally didn't give a crap. Solana went from $30, now it's 70, now it's 90, now it's 110, now it's 150, now it's 200, whilst ETH BTC was going down. So the only people like calling Ansoy out were people not in Solana. But everyone else out there, the guy went from 80,000 followers to 400,000. It's probably like 500 and 600,000 now. Or because his followers tracked Solana's price. They're like, you know. So this game, it's bigger than what we think, but it's also more simple. It's more cyclical. That's why I want to give you this update. This is a very important, critical thing. Like, this is actual alpha edge. You're like, hey, you are now witnessing my content. How much I got? Like 20. How many friends on Twitter do I have now? 40,000 friends. Okay, now it's going to be starting to be multi-boosted out here. Also, friends, you have Scotty Melker. Scotty Melker, friends. Scotty Boo has 1 million followers. Was also a good DJ. DJ came into crypto. If Scotty's watching, I'll make videos for Scotty, friends. Scotty trades off divergences, trades Bitcoin, Ethereum. Yeah, so like Scotty, he's getting, in his eyes, he's getting attacked because he's covering Hex and PulseChain on Twitter. And I'll show you some of the stuff. And because it's funny to watch it real time, okay? Luckily I'm here, friends. He's getting attacked in real time. He goes, this tweet triggered anger from the Hex community. Me stating and celebrating an SEC loss in their favor, but not including enough detail and nuance to satisfy their irrational bloodlust. Whatever you are universally disliked as a community, it's usually you, not everyone else. Hex could be the world's greatest asset, but a toxic community will always alienate people, shooting themselves in the foot. So, because Scotty's a nice guy, friends. Scotty's a nice guy. He's a party dude. You know what I mean? He's a party dude. He's got a lovely wife. Got a lovely, at least one kid. Remember, I've watched a lot of Scotty's content. So, he does great interviews. He gets interviews with cool people and stuff out here. I made a video of him, just explain everything for him, just to show you, like, just so you understand, friends. When you're talking to maxis of anything, remember, these are the people who you need. They are the temple priests. Okay, that's where Matty Allen got the temple priests from. Matty used the term temple priest, and people started like throwing it on him. Like, oh, the temple priest. Yeah, man, the temple priest. You understand what the temple priest is? The temple priest stands the line when you come and you say, hey, the other village just opened up a strip club and they got Game Boys. And the temple priest is, no, we're going to stand our ground. That's all lust. That's what you need. By the way, you know who has temple priests? Bitcoiners. You got Jimmy Song literally wearing a cowboy hat. They say Ethereum is trash. Yield is trash. Everything out there is trash. By the way, leverage trading, Bitcoin's okay, but everything else is trash. See what I mean? There's always like this controversy and stuff out here. Just to tell you, friends, like I'll call out Bitcoin maxes to their face. No one in crypto has lost more money than leverage trading on Bitcoin. Do you understand that? Don't knock altcoins. You guys are shilling all the exchanges because you can't even buy Bitcoin decentralized pretty much. You need an exchange to KYC you. At least with Ethereum, you can get into it. And there's privacy solutions. They don't have that. By the way, Richard Hart calls them out for the same thing as well. So I made this video here for Scotty, just explaining things. Hey, you're talking to a cult, meme cult, religion, but also Scotty out here, not to put any pressure on you, but man, like you're watching this happen in real time. You're watching characteristics of the XRP army, 126 billion market cap, Corridanzo, 23 billion market cap. Okay, you're watching elements of their cult in a coin community. I mean, you check this out. PulseChain is only 800 million market cap, 700 million market cap. Wow. Talk about the value. You see? So I'm just showing these characteristics out here. You don't have to believe that everything's the way, the truth, the lie. But yeah, that's why I'm giving these updates to give you throughout the day. Even this weekend, even when everyone thinks nothing's happening on in crypto, we're like still powering on. You're going to see more content and mini videos out here for your friends. I want everyone to start thinking about these because on Twitter, everyone knows about Twitter. And everybody is spamming memes and coins and stuff out here. Everyone just spams and armies. And they're very effective. However, everyone knows to do them. So different ways to do effective marketing, friends, is for the community to consider maybe half of us just start from time to time. Instead of saying, buy this coin, PulseChain's the great, Hex is the greatest. Start asking questions. So like, hey, does anyone know what PulseChain is? How do I bridge into PulseChain? Like I even ask in here, can someone please tell me about this PulseX exchange? So DeFi Llama listed top 10, friends. DeFi Llama, remember 0x Nigmi, I cover his content. It's got a great website. You get all the DeFi stats and all Ethereum stats and like every chain stats, and really useful for protocol revenue and all these numbers. PulseX is number 10. And it was funny, was me and K9 in the chats were like, hey, what's this PulseX thing? Someone please explain it to me. It hits things differently. Because what's happening, friends, is like just so you guys really understand this. When you're asking a question, you are baiting a hater. When the hater comes in and they go like, hey, don't worry about it, that thing's a Richard Hart scam. Now that they've replied to you, Twitter considers that a friendship bond, and then Twitter will show your posts on their feed. Because Twitter's like, hey, you obviously engage with my platform when this word PulseChain or PulseX or Hex is mentioned up, and you like this person's username. So let me show you more content when they talk about it. So that's pretty much, that's how it works, man. So this is very, very effective. This is how you get to the 0.1% stuff. And because in a bull market, everyone's going to be yelling about everything, right? So you need every advantage you can get. I want to cover this for you as well, friends. So PlanB had this like super duper dream scenario. And unfortunately, like obviously we're nowhere near it. He was expecting Bitcoin to be $300,000 by now in March. He even had this. He had this scenario. We actually got these October, November, December. What I've noticed, friends, is this is really interesting, man. Whenever PlanB does his predictions, his first lead up into it, they're really correct. He's really good on the first few ones. He's really good. They're very specific to the price and the news and everything. Then it deviates way off, I've noticed. That's actually what happened with stock to flow at the end of 2021. His predictions every month, every price guess was perfect and accurate, and the last month fell off the cliff. So he was expecting by March, Bitcoin legal tender in Bhutan, Argentina, and Dubai. Habibi come to Dubai. Bitcoin 300K, So he's even mentioned this dream scenario had a great start, but Bitcoin went a different path. We can throw it in the garbage bin. No, this is not stock to flow. It's just a scenario. My expectation is still $500,000 average for 2024 to 2028. It's a $250K to $1 million range. Now, PlanC is another guy, the real PlanC. He makes Bitcoin models and stuff as well. He's a nice guy as well. I think he did an interview with Migueli from PulseChain, from PulseChain community. Everyone knows Migueli, dollar cost crypto. I think I remember an interview, you guys, years and years ago. It must have been 2021, 2022. But yeah, obviously because the price of Hex went down, that's what happens, man. That's what, because, Feds, trust me, I know. Okay, this peanut brain, I know they're all watching Richard. That's why some people, it was like, Somi, why do we call Hex the better Bitcoin? It's because, let me tell you something. One, it is. Two, okay, see this logo? Okay, right now it means nothing to them because the price ain't up. I am imagining in my mind the price is up already. I am preparing to win. I'm acting like a winner. You understand? I'm preparing, just like, okay, your friends, you're not going to war today. The enemy's coming in 3 months. You got to act like war. You got to prepare for war. Yeah, we're preparing for winning now. Preparing for winning is your programming into the universe about celebrating these candles going up, about our price growth. Yes, our community growth, because that's the same thing, right? So better Bitcoin, right? So everything's just a speculation vehicle on money units, right? That's all it is. Yeah, that's what Bitcoin is. That's what store of value. What are you doing? You're storing the value from fiat currency units that's getting printed. That's what you're doing. Okay. So the more they print, the more value you store. Okay. So anything that goes up in a bull market, it's doing a better job than you. Yeah. But then they have to make arguments, right? Where they say, oh, no, but it's about how much you hold up in a bear market. But no, they can't really lean on that because no one's going to listen in a bull market. No one gives a crap. No one gives a crap. It's literally like, okay, you're at a birthday party and someone's trying to tell you, hey, better wear a mask. You might get sick. I was like, dude, get out. Just get, you know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. It's cyclical, friends. It's trying to invite somebody to a picnic when it's 3 a.m. in the middle of the night. Like what picnic are you going to? Is there a barrel with like, are we under a bridge warming our hands up with a barrel? Is that type of picnic we're talking about? So remember, these things are very cyclical. Now, PlanC has replied that PlanB's scenario for March is off by 355%. This is the equivalent of throwing a dart at a dartboard and hitting the floor halfway to the wall. That's funny. Like, oh, yep. Cool. To clarify, Bitcoin to achieve his price, $500,000 average by 2028, it would mean that for every day it spends below 100K, it would need to spend a day above 900K. to hit a 500K average between 2024 and 2028, Bitcoin would need to exceed $1 million this year and remain in that range for 6 months. However, nothing in Bitcoin's historical or current data supports this scenario. So he's expecting more of an average of 100 to 200, which is exactly what we think. So that's the average, right? So you can go to 300, come back to 80, and then we're sitting between 100 and 140 between, 2026, 2027, 2028-ish, like that, around there. So that's just, it is something interesting to think about. But also, I like seeing this stuff come out because I'm like, oh, you guys aren't, no one's talking about altcoins still. You're just talking about how much they're dead. Do you know, Sven, that's what happens? Instead of trying to catch more Pokemon friends out here in altcoin land, their narrative is always like, don't worry, we'll just increase our Bitcoin target. It ain't 100,000 or 200,000. It's 1 million now. That's what they do. That's what they do. Because they're so scared of letting go. They don't want to sell the Bitcoin and move out. They're just maxis. They're maxis. That's why. Also, shout out to my friend LilDonDiablo from Hex and Chainlink community friends, shared by the Hexagons. By the way, I was just to remind you as well, my big, fat, thick beeswax candle, soy-free, made of hexagons, okay? As bees. The organization structure, friends. Hexagons, very, very efficient when they pile together, everyone working together. It's also the beehive metaphor, friends. So Scotty, Melker, and everyone else out here, the logo's a hexagon. For PulseChain and Hex, it's the Hex community spirit. Bees, they organize into hexagon structures because it's the most efficient to store stuff. So we've got the beehive mentality. It's exactly what everyone feels. Bzz, bzz. Not bugs, bzz, but actual bees. LilDonDon. This guy was replying to LilDonDon. What do you think the age of this kid is? I'm guessing he's 15 years old. So he was charting trueflation. So LilDonDon said, I'm going to throw up. And then it just went down only. So if you're in PulseChain, so we've gone through this thousands of times, but in Chainlink and other communities, the communities over there in different coins, they make offshoots of their main coin because they want to gamble, but basically they want a bigger community to play around. That's why PulseChain has all this. The Chainlink community, they made there was a funny Chainlink ticker on Solana. They make these different, now Apu has a lot of the community. We love and appreciate Apu, which is obviously, it looks like the Peppy, but it's actually, his name is Apu. So, that's why your job is to become a religion. Remember? Memes, cults, religions. The religion is all-encompassing, all answers. That's what, the Bible. That's what the Torah, that's what, every religion, they have an answer for everything. Oh, how do I procreate with a man or woman? When should I do it? What about drinking? Am I allowed to do that? Well, the answer is here. How am I allowed to have fun? Can I even listen to music? Okay? I think parts of the Quran, I think, if I remember, I can't remember, you know what I mean? There's stuff oh, you're allowed to sing, but you can't make music, you can't play music. Music's part of the devil. And another one's no. You're not allowed to do this. I think there's even parts of the Bible, I think you can't eat shellfish or something. You know what I mean? They just there's different rules and stuff out here. Just a couple of dudes said something somewhere, So everyone's got this all-encompassing answers. How do I fold clothes? When is it right to recharge the batteries on my Game Boy? All these questions out here found in these biblical texts. That's the same thing crypto. By the way, countries do the same thing too. Countries have laws. What's the legal age to drink orange juice? Am I allowed to go to war? That guy's got a different meme coin logo than me. You know what I mean? So we have answers for all these things. That's how crypto is playing out. It's playing out more like real estate than, I guess, stock market world. Stock market world it's different equity and stuff out. That's how it works. So that's why a lot of people come from stock market world. They don't get crypto. They're like, where's the revenue? It's all vaporware. It looks vaporware, dude. But saying, okay, if you have a patch of grass in your land, hey, that's vaporware. There's nothing on that grass. You'd think someone's stupid if they got rid of that patch of grass for $10. Yeah, why? Because you're thinking, oh, you can go speculate and you can dump it on the next guy. Someone else is out there willing to buy it. There you go. Just a Ponzi. Okay, what if your city, though, was plagued by an infestation of locusts for 100 years and there was a nuclear bomb dropped on it? Okay, your patch of grass is worth nothing. No one wants to be there. But that's why I understand that it's a tough game. No one, I had to spend a long time, actually digging into this over and over and over again. Why? Why is it like that? Where does the conviction come from? But now you get the answers. So amongst all of these, friends, the truth is still here, right? This is a little orange. I think this is another Gila head, friends. I think, is it, friends? What is this item? Is this maybe it's a shisha head because he's about to be placed on top, smoked out of. But the truth is, Bitcoin has never been this expensive as much as it has in its history ever, based off the cycle. It's never been this expensive. It's just like, friends. So here's the thing, right? If I starve you for like 5 days, you might say to me, oh, I've never been this hungry in my life, because then you'll be really hungry, yeah? Okay. That's not what Bitcoin's expensiveness is, okay? I'm going to use another example. Now, imagine you indulge in some chemicals, some ganja, at 3 a.m. in the morning, and now you're really hungry. You got the munchies. You want some tasty tubes, even though Bitcoin's not at the price target euphoria yet. You want some tasty tubes? Okay, well, you might say, hey, I've never been this hungry at 3 a.m. before. This is the most hungry I've ever been at 3 a.m., which is true, right? It's part of the day-night cycle. You've been that hungry in the day, but you've never been that hungry at night. Well, it's just like Bitcoin. Based off the Bitcoin halvening year and Bitcoin dominance going up, which is what we've seen, Bitcoin's never been this expensive before. It's never been this expensive before. So what people are saying is, see, friends, you had some ganja. You had some ganja at 3 a.m. And like, I've watched you eat all the tubes. Now, if I was fudding my cup board, okay, the pantry, you know, the board of cups, friends, the cup board, there's more tasty tubes and twisties in there. If I was fudding it, I'd say, oh my gosh, this dude had some ganja. He's really hungry. He's got munchies at 3 a.m. He's going to get hungry every night at 3 a.m. Oh my gosh. See that FUD? You're like, oh crap, there's not going to be any twisties or tasty tubes there for me. That's what people are saying about Bitcoin dominance right now. That's what they're saying about altcoins. They're saying, oh, this guy was hungry at 3 a.m. He's going to be hungry every day at 3 a.m. But most likely what happens is you just revert back to normal the other way. And that is most likely what's going to happen. Now, what happens if we do go up here? Okay. It gets more expensive. I don't think this time is different, man. Have you spoken to people out there? They're not going to keep infinitely gambling on Bitcoin. But friends, Michael Saylor just bought $16 billion of Bitcoin. He couldn't push the price up, man. You know what I mean? So I still believe, look, if Bitcoin dominance is this high and Bitcoin's never been this expensive, altcoins have never been this cheap before. Which means technically, just saying, you should have no Bitcoin. You should be all in on alts. Almost leveraged on mults. That's technically what it's saying. But obviously don't do that. Don't do extreme things like that. But yeah, that's pretty much, that's what it comes down to. I hope you understand this. You appreciate this type of approach, because obviously we all feel like it's a mouth. Like every day it's not going to move, it's not going to move. But like technically that's what happens, man. When the ship moves like this, it takes a long while to move it around. But ultimately, you go back to 2022, friends, people were laughing at me because I said Bitcoin was cheap at 22,000. They laughed at 20,000, 18, 17, then it hit 15. They go, oh, what a stupid thing to be bullish. Who's laughing now? You know what I mean? But it took years. It took a year and a half, right? Maybe we'll find out the same thing happens too. Like, subscribe, catch you soon.